Hey, it's Paige with Pro Aging with Paige, and I know I'm really far away, but I'm just gonna do a hang out with me video today. So I have this canvas and it's blank. So what is it that I do on my time off? I go shopping and I like to travel, and I also like to do art. I think art is everything, and I really enjoy exploring my creative side. And so I like to do makeup because that's artistic, and I like to travel because that takes courage. And then I also like to do art. And you know what? Art is bravery too, because a lot people that don't do art because they're scared that it might come out whatever way it's going to come out, so it stops them from doing the art. And I feel like a lot of people don't access their creative sides, because when you're being creative, it brings you 100% into the right now, and it's a lovely, lovely outlet to being happy. Yeah, so let me show you some of my art. I think, as you know, you guys, I love perfume a lot. I love fragrance, but check this out. The boxes that the perfumes come in are pure art, and I don't think they should just be thrown away. So what I do is, whenever I collect a bottle of art, I keep the box. And whenever I feel like I'm at the point where it's time to make a canvas or a piece of art out of the art, I pull them all together and I start looking at them. So let me just kind of show you what I have, and maybe we can go through my creative process when it comes to making art. Let's see if I can get into this here. I think this one's going to come out actually really pretty. I didn't have an opportunity this year to be with my family on Thanksgiving, so I decided to make the best of it and do some art, do a little video, and just be happy about it. I could have just gone, oh, I'm so sad, blah, 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 fucking blah, but no, I didn't do that. I decided to enjoy the fact that I can just do what I want to do. Okay, so this is kind of look how this is coming apart. Okay. This came out kind of cool, actually. So you never kind of know what you're getting into when you start deconstructing these, because this came out like that. This is cool. I don't know. Huh. Let's see. Okay. So there's that, like that. So let's go. I don't want to put too many things on here, because then it can get to be confusing and too much. So I have to decide. So once I decide where everything is going to go, what I do is I put it down with this Mod Podge right here. This one is the Puzzle Saver, and this one comes out transparent. Don't buy the glossy luster one, because you will end up with this glossy look on your canvas, and you don't want this. So I like to go with a black canvas because I have a black heart. I just like the contrast that it provides, especially because a lot of perfume boxes are white. Let's see, so I think what I'm gonna do is, I really like these. these right here. So I feel like I'm gonna put them, let's put them right down here like this, together. This is pretty. So now we have some yellows in here. This is a lot, so this is a lot. You need to balance it kind of all out. I like more of a symmetrical look. So I feel like I'm gonna put this one here. And maybe put this one right here touching. So how about we put this one here. How about this here? Like that. Oh, you know what? There's something in my room. I got this beautiful sample from Chloe for the new Perfume Intense. Let me go and get that real quick. And I probably am going to incorporate that. So, let's see. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. So, and this one, you know, this one is a beautiful red. So it kind of matches what I have going on with this Kenzo flower. So see these two here? So I've got the Kenzo. Okay. So yeah, look, tell me if that is not the coolest sample. So this is the Chloe, the new Chloe. And then he sprayed it onto this flower. Look, cute, huh? Oh my gosh, so cute. So this might be an interactive. It could be an interactive. So when you hang it up, you can go like this. Yeah, so it looks like we're going with oranges. We're going with yellows and reds here. Oh, that's pretty. Let me put that there. How do you know? What do you think? Is this one? This one? This one? Should I cut this one up? I don't know. Is this one going? This one is pink though. This might provide a pretty, okay. I'm gonna put this here. This here. This here. Oh, do you see how it's coming together? This is really pretty. Huh. Should I incorporate this red somewhere else? You know what I could do is I could do this, put it like this. Oh, I'm liking it. What about this? Where does this go? I already have Diptyque on here once. So if we do that, we have to kind of bring this one down here like this. And now we have this space right here. How about we put, I've got this little Byredo. I can put that right here. Oh, that's looking good. So now we have this blank space over here on the right. Ooh, yeah, I like that. So, should we bring some color in here? Yes, we should. So we've got some color here with the Twilly. Okay. Now we've got some space right here. Can kind of maybe go like that. And we have a little space right here. So it could either, I could either go with this little j'adore, or I could go with this bigger j'adore here. And there we go. So, what do you think? I just created a collage from almost 2 years of collecting. And I have these left too, so I'll probably use these at a later time. And I didn't have to cut this one up. Wow, what do you think? So the next thing, I actually love it. So there it is. I love this. Okay, so the next part is to glue them down. And once you glue it down, it's over. You know, it's done, it's there. You have to be okay with it. So yeah, actually I really like this. I'm excited about, and now I've got to figure out where I'm gonna hang it up. Okay, so I'm gonna glue these down, but actually so what I do is I put some of this Mod Podge onto a plate. And then I actually have to get a brush. So I'll be right back. You know what I probably need? Okay, I am back and I have my brushes right here. I gotta figure out which one I want to use. Where should I start? I don't remember where I usually start, if I usually start from the top or the bottom. I should probably start in the center and move out. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start with this center piece right here. Okay, so let's put the Mod Podge down. So I told everybody that at the beginning of the video that I went to Barbados for the last week or so. I got a little bit of sun, but I actually wore a shit ton of sunscreen because I didn't want to, you know, get sunburned, and I didn't want to end up with even more sun damage to my face than I've already made in the 80s. So I don't want to add to that, you know, extreme damage that I made to my face. I'm gonna put this up here, and anyway, so Barbados is a beautiful, beautiful island. It was a part of the colonization of, it seemed like, everywhere from Great Britain, and I think they won their emancipation, I'm gonna say sometime in the, or at least emancipation against slavery in the 1800s. So Barbados was a slave state, and I swear they trafficked so many people from Africa that the slave population was more than twice than that of the white settlers. It was really quite horrifying. So I learned that while I was there. It's a beautiful, beautiful island. Lots and lots of people live there, and I think probably their biggest form of commerce is tourism, and also rum production and sugar production. So yeah, so I actually have to put kind of a lot on here because it's going to be hanging up. Gravity is going to try and pull this down, so it needs a lot of glue. So here's the part where I get the most anxious, because once it's down, it's down. So let's go ahead and put it down where I think I want it. Okay. So the best thing about this glue, though, is if you can move it around and it will dry clear. So there's the first piece. I kind of go like this to bring it down a little bit. Anyways, there's that one. Go like this. So did you know that driving in Barbados is on the left, and they don't use the stoplight system like they use here in the United States? They use roundabouts to control the flow of traffic. A, trying to drive on the left side of the road was challenging, and B, trying to go through those roundabouts, depending on where you want to exit, you had to set yourself up into the correct lane before you enter into the roundabout, was a fucking lot. I did okay. I only drove a couple of days because it was like a little bit outside of my comfort zone, and the fact that I was trying to learn how to navigate this whole new way to drive, as well as having my family in the car was a little too much for me. So the first couple of days I drove, and then after that, I was like, let's just take taxis everywhere we go. But we did get to see some beautiful, beautiful places. Barbados is a relatively young island compared to, you know, the life of the earth. I don't know if it's young island, but there's a cave in it that's relatively young that we went down into. It's called Harrison Caves. And it was amazing, and so they have engineered it to where you can actually take a tram and ride in the cave, so you don't have to, you know, actually walk down into the cave, which I enjoyed a lot. It was beautiful. Our tour guide was, you know, great, and she sang and stuff. We got some pictures, and that's definitely one of the highlights. And what I didn't expect was to go spelunking while I was in Barbados. I'm going to be quiet because I'm going to have to figure out exactly what I want to do with this and where I want to put it. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. So I did have kind of a weird experience with one of the taxi drivers though. When we first got there on the first night, we were picked up by a driver in a van. And when we were in the van, you know, it was just chatty. It had been a really long day because we missed our first flight out of Miami. Our plane arrived practically when our plane was scheduled to depart, so we ran to the gate. It was probably 30 fucking gates. Me and my 81-year-old aunt. And we got to the gate, and the plane was there, and we were just waved by. So we had to wait 8 hours in Miami, and we had been up since 4:45 in the morning. So by the time we arrived in Barbados, we had been traveling for so long. We were up for practically 21 hours. And my aunt didn't get any sleep the night before, so she had been up for what feels like 2 days. Anyway, my point is, I was just friendly with the taxi driver, and I asked him what his name was. I was like, hey, what's your name? And he said, you know, his name, and he was, you know, nice and cordial. And then I got his card, you know, so I was like, you know what, we can use him when we need to go places and stuff. Because I was going to pick up the car the next day, and I needed a ride out to the airport and stuff like that. And also the people that we were traveling with, I gave him the card, so they used him. So anyway, I was communicating with him via WhatsApp, and things started getting inappropriate really fucking quick. The flirting was kind of, you know, out of bounds. I didn't respond to him on the text, and it seems like to me that my non-response would have been enough. But he kept on, because I did have to ask him for a couple of rides. And then finally I just, you know, stopped asking him for rides because it, you know, yeah. Like, what did he think I was going to do? Come to Barbados and, you know, start a new life with an absolute stranger? Yeah, no, anyway. So I had to block him. Because it got really weird, and I was not expecting that, but that's one of the things that happened while I was in Barbados. But we did get to eat some pretty good food and listen to some good music, and I think the best part of it was actually the ocean. The ocean was amazing. So I've got 2 things in there. We went to a part of the island called Bathsheba and the Soup Bowls. And it was a geologic miracle. Oh, it was so beautiful. All these huge, like 4 or 5 story rocks coming out of the water. Oh my gosh, it was really, really pretty. So, okay, so let me do this one right here. I might go again. I don't know. You know, I don't know if I'm going to go. I don't know. We'll see. My brother wants to go because it's a you know, globally renowned surf spot in Bathsheba and the Soup Bowl, so he might end up going again. And I'm glad I went. I'm glad I got to see it. I'm glad I got to learn about the history of Barbados. I didn't have any of the rum while I was there, but it's supposed to be really good. Yeah. There's this place, so the capital of Barbados is called Bridgetown, and we went into Bridgetown one day, and there's a place right there downtown, like right in the center of everything, called Heroes Square, and it tells the story of Barbados and their emancipation and their slavery rebellion and the key people that were involved in that. So it was a beautiful place. Yeah, that was another one of the highlights of Barbados, was seeing that. And of course, you know, Rihanna. Rihanna, they had a nice memorial. Not a memorial, but like, I don't know what the correct word is, but, you know, an homage, or it's not an homage, is it an homage? Anyway, it was a thing about Rihanna. Because, you know, she is a national hero for sure. I'm going to put it down on the sides here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it's curling up on the top. It's curling up. So do this here. So what do you guys think about my collage so far? I think it's kind of a unique way to appreciate your perfume boxes or whatever boxes. I guess, you know, if you like makeup, you could do makeup boxes too. Because people can look at it and go, oh my gosh, you know what, I remember that. I remember that box. And they don't make the box anymore or whatever, you know. And plus, Diptyque has such a unique logo. I think it's really cool. Oh, sweetheart, no. Hi. All right. So you've seen my creative process. You've learned a little bit about Barbados. And I will come back and show you the final piece of art. See you in a minute.